if Captain America gets shortened down to Cap all the time, which is weird because it's another word for hat, but either way, Captain Marvel gets shortened to what? Cappy? Cap'n? Like Cap'n Crunch? Like CAP apostrophe N? I don't know. You tell me. Hello and welcome to another episode of Blastercated Painting. Today we're going to paint Captain America and Captain Marvel from Marvel Crisis Protocol by Atomic Mass Games. They have very similar color schemes, so we're going to do them together. Aye, Captain. Let's do it. We're going to give our miniatures a spray of white first, and then for Captain Marvel, we're going to take some Imperial Blue. We're going to thin this down and put it on, and you're going to have to do 2 thin coats of this to get good coverage. Yeah, it went on a little splotchy. And Captain America is going to get a spray of white as well, and we're going to do the blue parts with Ducat Blue. So, 2 blues here, 2 different ways to paint blue, 2 different colors. Let's do it. Keep going. Make sure you check your reference photos of what is blue and what isn't, and, yep, just get it on there. And we'll put some of that Imperial Blue on this little underarm part of Cap. Next, we're going to take some deep red, and this is going to be the base for our red across the 2 models. So wherever they have the red, this is what we're putting on first. Make sure you check your reference photos of what part of Cap's abdomen is red and what parts are white. I will say this, the AK Interactive paints are usually really good at 1 coat coverage. Thin it down, put it on, and a lot of the times you don't have to put on a second coat, which is great because it's a time saver, and I hate redoing things. Next, we're going to take some Elf Skin Tone, and yep, we're just going to put this on the little bits of flesh they have on their faces. And we're going to take some Parasite Brown and we're going to put this on the belts and straps of the shield for Captain America. Now we're going to shade that blue that we put down with some blue tone. So this is going all over the Ducat Blue that we painted on Cap. So we do want it to go into the recesses. We can avoid pooling too much on the upper areas, but we are going to go through and add layers to cover it all up anyway. And we're going to take some purple tone and we're going to put that on the Imperial Blue that we did on Captain Marvel. So wherever we did that Imperial Blue, we're getting the purple tone. Also those little parts that we did on Cap as well. We're going to take some Filthy Brown here, and that's going to be used on Captain Marvel's mohawk. Now we're going to take our Carroburg Crimson here, and this is going over, yep, you guessed it, all of the deep red that we've done on both miniatures. So same way we just used our other washes, we're doing the same thing here. We're going to move on to Flesh Wash here, and this is going all over their flesh. We are going to take some mid-brown next, and this is going to go all over Captain Marvel's mohawk. It's also going to be used on the straps and belt of Captain America. Going to take a little bit of Soul Blight Gray, and this is going on all the white areas of Captain America. I wonder about the argument at Marvel. We have a Captain America. We don't need another captain. Yes, but he's Captain of America, and she's Captain of Marvel, or of space. She's Captain of Space. Why don't we call her Space Captain? She's Captain Marvel. I like the idea of Marvel executives reaming out poor creatives, because us poor creatives are the worst. Not actually, I'm just saying stuff. Now we're going to take some Imperial Blue and some Ducat Blue, and we're going to create our layers for Captain Marvel's Imperial Blue colors. So we're adding in that Ducat Blue and layering up all the raised areas. We want to focus on the uppermost areas and leave some shadows on the lower parts. So we're just going to go through and start adding in more of that Ducat Blue and start bringing it up. And here you can see here we've added in some more of that Ducat Blue, like I said, and we're slowly taking our time, going in, getting all those little lines in her suit and ridges, and just bringing up the blue. And this is our final layer up here, and we really have pushed it up to almost pure Ducat Blue. And it looks pretty stark. Like I really might have over highlighted and brought up those colors a little much. So luckily we're going to have a way to knock it back just a little bit and sort of tie it all together. And we're going to take some Tyrian Blue and we're going to thin this down a little bit with some water, and we're just going to kind of create a light glaze and just go over all that blue we just did. We're going to tone down those highlights and tie it all together. Now we're taking our Ducat Blue and we're going back over to Captain America. And we're going to do our first layer up of that Ducat Blue on all of the blue that we did. So we're just leaving those recesses behind. Like we've talked about this a lot in all the videos I've shown you. And we're just going through and bringing up all our colors right now. Now we're adding some ivory to that Ducat Blue, and we're going to do our next layer up. So again, we've left our recesses, we've put on our Ducat Blue, and now we're putting on the lighter blue. We're pulling in and leaving some of that first layer of Ducat that we did. And we're going to take a little Imperial Blue and a little ivory and just do the layer up here on that blue that we did on Cap, because we don't want it to look the exact same as we did on Captain Marvel. And we're taking our ivory again and we're going back into all that white that we washed with the Soul Blight Gray, and we're just bringing up just the raised areas, and we're just going to do one layer on this and then we're good to go. So that's his arms, his midriff, and also the stars that he has on him. We'll also plan on using this on the A and the wing designs that he has on the side of his helmet. Mask, helmet. Is it a mask now? Helmet? Doesn't matter. We're going to take some black and we're going to put this in the indent around his stars on his chest and his back. And if we make a mess, just take our ivory and clean it up. And we're going to take some Parasite Brown and we're going to start highlighting up all the belt and straps that he has. And like we've been doing, we're going to add just a tiny little touch of ivory to that and just do another highlight up. And we'll add in a little bit more ivory and just do one last highlight. Next, we're going to go back to our elf skin tone and we're going to do a layer up on all of that flesh. So it's just a little bit like just basically their faces, and we're just going to bring up all those areas. So again, leave that flesh wash in the recesses, just start bringing it up. We're going to take our pale flesh here, we're going to add that into our elf skin tone, and we're going to do another layer up. So we're just making these colors pop, we're just bringing them out, leaving layers, bringing it up. Now we're going to our deep red again, and we are going to start bringing up all the red on both miniatures. So again, we that's what we based it with, and then we washed it. So now we're just using this to bring it all up. And we're going to start adding in some Amaranth red, doing another layer up. This is just making that red poppy and punchy, which, I mean, Captain America and Captain Marvel are quite punchy, so the colors should be. And, you know, we add in some more Amaranth Red here and just bring it up to almost to the point where we're almost at pure Amaranth Red and just really maximizing our contrast. We're going to take that filthy brown and we're going to start adding in some ivory and just bring up her mohawk. So hair can be a little tricky to paint sometimes. Don't focus on painting every individual strand. Just focus on making some layers and bringing it up. And we add in some more of that ivory and do another layer up on that. We're going to take some polished silver here and we're going to put this on Cap's belt buckle. We're also going to put it all over his shield. And we're going to take a little bit of Dwarven Gold, and we're going to start doing all the gold areas up on Captain Marvel. So she's got like a clasp on her belt, and also all the gold on the upper part of her costume, and those bands too as well. We're going to take some yellow here, and we're just going to dot in Captain Marvel's eyes. We're going to hop over to some Reikland Flesh Shade, and we're going to use this to shade down all of the gold we just did on Captain Marvel. We're going to take some Poppy Red and some Magic Blue, and we're going to put this, I think I do 2 layers of this, onto the blue and red parts of the outside of the shield. You want to make sure that the polished silver is completely dried at this point before you start doing this. We'll take some White Alchemy from Scale 75. We're going to put this on the star on the shield. And also around the white band that's in between the 2 red ones. And I got this dazzling metallic festive red from my wife. And I'm just going to put 2 thin layers of this on here because it's really translucent, but it really punches up the sparkle. That's going to be a new catchphrase. Punches up the sparkle. No, it's not. It's terrible. Never mind. We're going to take our Runic Gray here, and we're just going to use this on the inside of Cap's shield. So we're just going to give that a quick little shading. We're taking our Bad Moon Yellow and our Magmadroth Flame, and we're doing the explosion Captain Marvel has. So we're doing the Bad Moon Yellow first, and then the Magmadroth Flame, and we want to do this while it's all still wet, so we can use some wet blending on here to really like make this pop and really make it a great looking like explosion she's coming out of. We'll do the rest of the bases, and these are done. And here they are all finished up. I'm really happy with how they turned out. Really colorful, poppy colors, which is what I want my Marvel miniatures to have. A lot of bright color, and the explosion on Captain Marvel actually I think worked out really well. That was a lot of fun to paint. Both of these were a lot of fun. And the blue, we toned it down a little bit on her. Looks a lot better. These are really cool dynamic miniatures. So what do you guys think? Does that work out? Like, it's not necessarily the easiest way to paint them. You could just use speed paints or contrast paints. But bringing up those colors and making them a lot more punchy, a lot more bright is it's a lot of fun to work with these miniatures. Atomic Mass Games has come quite a ways from that first core set with those first miniatures to these. It's night and day how different they are. Have you guys painted through these characters? Are you working on Marvel stuff? Let me know in the comments below. Either way, guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, all the YouTube stuff. You guys have a fantastic day. We're going to take some filthy brown here, and this is going to be used on Captain America's nope, not that. Captain Marvel. Aye, aye, Captain.